Hi, this is Matt with SQL ETL, and in this demo we're going to show how you can run a data transfer from one SQL server to another using a Windows user ID and password. Now, in most setups today, whenever you need to execute an SSIS package that accesses another SQL server, you have to use SQL Authentication, or in the SQL Job Agent, you have to use a proxy ID to run this. But in EDIS, we make this process very simple. You simply use the USP config dbcon ms SQL to first configure your connection to the other SQL server. In this case, I'm going to give it an alias of dev14 tester. The actual server instance is this. The default database is master. We're going to use integrated security. Here's the Windows user ID, and I've obfuscated the password, but I've already loaded it. And so here you could enter in any Windows LDAP and the corresponding password. And so once you run this and it's loaded, we can then perform a data transfer to that other server. Now, just to show you which server I'm currently on, we're going to run this statement here. You can see I'm on dev16, which is this server right here. And what I'm going to do is connect to dev14 using this Windows user ID. And in order to do so, we need to remember that that Windows ID needs to actually be a login on the foreign server. So here's the server right here. You can see here's the login. If we look at the properties, we can see it can read from the AdventureWorks database and a sandbox. So we'll close that. And now, when I run this data transfer from that other SQL server, it will log in with this Windows ID and query the data and send it over to our host SQL server. And so we'll run this. And once it's complete, there's the data. And so again, just to summarize what we are doing here, we connected to another SQL server using Windows Authentication, but we're not using the default integrated security of the current user. We're actually specifying a different Windows user ID, which is very beneficial for environments where you need to use different Windows logins to access data for security reasons. In traditional connection strings today, you cannot do this, but with EDIS you can, and we make it very simple. Thank you for watching this demo, and if you have any questions, please visit our website, www.sqletl.com.